Hey, welcome to the channel, The Pop Enthusiast. I am Paul, and in this video, we're going to take an out-of-box look at a near-complete Transformers from the Retro Toy Series line, as you can see in front of me here. Now, Transformers is one of my favorite cartoons of all time. I grew up in the 80s, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Ninja Turtles, Thundercats, and so many other cool stuff that's coming back, and Funko has revive them in this retro toys line that I'm really enjoying, and hopefully you're enjoying it as well. So let's take a closer look at these out of box. So before we get started, I do want to say this video is sponsored by Mercari, the selling app, where you can buy and sell anything. My wife's actually thinking of putting some clothes up on there that she went through and did some spring cleaning. I've sold a ton of collectibles on there, kind of downsizing some of my collections. I've bought a lot more than I've sold on there, but there's some great deals that you can find. So check out Mercari if you haven't already. My account's called The Pop Enthusiast. So let's take a closer look at these Transformer Pops. All right, let's start off with the good guys here. So I'm really excited about this line, and I'm hoping, and I'm sure they probably will come out with many more of these Transformers. But first off, one of my favorite Transformers ever, Optimus Prime. Just such a cool name. I did find out that I think Hasbro just recently came out with, I think it's about $700, but it's a self-transforming Optimus Prime, so it transforms back and forth by itself, which is crazy. That's a long way from when we were kids in the 80s playing with these things, but so this is Optimus Prime, so they really capture the character in pretty good detail here, nice colors, and you can clearly see his vehicle details on here. So here is Optimus Prime. And the recent fan favorite, which he had his own movie and all that, Bumblebee. So this is an okay version of Bumblebee. I mean, he's cute. You know, to me, Bumblebee in the cartoon series was kind of an unsung hero in a way. Like he could fight. You know, he can really dish it out. So this is a little bit more of a cutish version of Bumblebee, but still really neat. Next up we have Jazz. So here is Jazz. Again, another cool Autobot, one of the good guys. So I think in the movie series, Jazz, I think is one of the characters that actually dies in the, I think it's James Cameron movies. But Jazz, really neat. Really neat. I like the faces in these too. So they did a really nice job with the details on here. And then the first exclusive here, this is Jetfire. So this is an Autobot, a good guy. So he was a Funko Shop exclusive. So fairly easy to get. I think right now you can probably get him for anywhere from $20, $25 on Mercari or other places as well. So he's not too valuable, at least not right now. He was pretty readily available. I don't believe he sold out that quickly on the Funko Shop, but here is Jetfire. So a little bit more of an obscure Autobot. They're really cool that they made him. And his stand seems to come off pretty easily as well. So the most recent exclusive here, this is another Autobot. This is Grimlock. So this was from the Emerald City Comic Con Virtual Con exclusive. He was shared with, I think, GameStop. So this is Grimlock. So I think he's still available, $15 on the GameStop website. So he also didn't really sell out, but a must-have for me, and I'm sure for any of you that are, you know, hardcore Transformer fans. So here is Grimlock. And then Target had an exclusive Bumblebee. This is Bumblebee, and we'll kind of compare them side by side, but he has his blaster. So let me go ahead and take the other Bumblebee out and compare them side by side. So a pretty significant difference in the faces here. The one Bumblebee just has a larger head and you know, kind of has the details in the back, whereas this Bumblebee, I guess, is more of a classic take. You know, both they're different enough for me to justify having them each in the collection. So again, Bumblebee was super easy, I guess, at least for me to get from Target. So hopefully you were able to snag him as well if you were interested in him. So these are the Bumblebees. Now for the bad guys. So these are the Decepticons. So Decepticons, aren't really too deceptive when your name's a Decepticon. That's not being too sneaky or deceptive. But anyway, so this is Megatron. So this is the big bad, the leader of the Decepticons, at least initially. So a cool sculpt for him as well. So I really like these details. And especially with these Transformers, for me anyway, it's important to get them out of the box so you can see these details. You know, with Transformers, there's historically a ton of these details. That's what I loved about the comic books. Marvel had a comic book series as well, and just the artwork I thought was amazing. So just to be able to draw those panels with all these different gadgets and features over and over again is pretty impressive. So here is Megatron. Next up, Decepticon, we have Soundwave. Now there is an exclusive version of Soundwave that I don't have, nor do I want. It's a GameStop exclusive where his chest plate has a bullet hole, so the sticker just is essentially just a different sticker. So for me, that's not different enough to justify it. I'm not that far of a completionist, so I just have this version of Soundwave. So there he is. I think they made a successful transition to the Funko Pops. Now I do have the original movie Transformers as well. Maybe that'll be a different video. So those look much different than these, but also were pretty neat. They made a handful of those from the initial movies as well. And the last pop, this was another Target exclusive, another fan favorite from the bad guy side of the field. This is Starscream. So if I'm remembering correctly, I think he had that really raspy kind of Cobra Commander voice in the cartoon. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he did. Starscream, I believe, was Megatron's right-hand man, robot, I guess. So he, I think, died in the cartoon series, comic book series, if I'm remembering correctly. So here is Starscream. So there you have it, the retro toy line Funko Pop Transformers. So there are a couple of recent exclusives that they just came out with that I don't have, that I'm not interested in because they're just not different enough for me, and it's a GameStop mystery box that includes one Transformer Pop and one G.I. Joe Pop. Now both the G.I. Joe Pops I'm definitely interested in. I believe it's a Duke and then a new variation Funko Pop, and a variation of a Funko Pop of Cobra Commander, so I do want those. The other two is Optimus Prime and Megatron just holding a laser-like kind of weapon that I'm not interested in. So if I do get one of those boxes, I'll probably trade or sell the Transformer in the box, but I definitely want to get that Duke and Cobra Commander. So if you enjoyed that video, please click the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, The Pop Enthusiast, if you haven't already. Also, make sure to comment below if there's videos that you'd like to see, or if you have comments or feedback about previous videos that I've done. Also, if you're interested in joining an awesome Facebook group, I have a Facebook group called Funko Pop Fans, where we have really insane giveaways where we sell grails for about $5 on Mercari. So we've sold a Snake Plissken, a Mandalorian with pistol, and just recently a Najiri Khan sticker for $5. So congratulations to all those folks that are members of the group that were able to snag those deals. So we will have more in the future. So check us out, Funko Pop Fans. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.